Welcome to episode 3 of The Build Up, a live Lego football show. We've saved the best until last. Just don't tell the Harrys that. Joining me for our final show, she's won 2 UEFA European Championships. She's played in a FIFA World Cup final, and she builds Lego sets in her spare time. It's Lauren Hemp, MBE. How are you, Lauren?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You've been enjoying the tournament so far?
Yeah, I have. It's been really good. Obviously, there's been a few shock results, and obviously the forwards are banging in a lot of goals, so I'm excited to see the rest of it and how it unfolds.
Of course, you're looking at the forwards. Guys, if you have any comments for Lauren, then pop them in the chat, and of course, send us your predictions for the match tonight. Yeah, I've been enjoying the tournament myself. Most of the players that I've been looking at have been the creative ones, and I want to know who your standout players have been.
Yeah, mine's similar. I've been looking at the forward players mainly, and it's hard to look past, obviously, Messi, Dembele, Vinicius Jr., who have all been bagging so many goals. I mean, all of the forwards have been doing so well for every nation, to be honest, and it's going to be a tough competition, and it'll be interesting to see who gets over the line at the end.
Have you had a highlight of the tournament so far?
I mean, obviously, England's first game, beating Croatia 4-2. Obviously, it was a nervous first half, but they came out in the second half and obviously put the game to bed. But for sure, that's my highlight so far.
And there's been a couple of upsets as well. Ecuador against Germany. A lot of people didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I know. Crazy game. Obviously, Germany are through now, and they managed to get the job done overall. But I think sometimes in tournaments, there's games like that, and you're going to have that. But it's important that they bounce back and obviously get the momentum that they need to carry them on through the rest of the tournament.
If you were to go and talk about maybe a midfielder instead, or a defender that's surprised you so far or performed well, who would you say?
You know who I've really loved watching is Elliot Anderson.
Ooh, that's a good
I feel like
shout.
I've always got to go for English, but yeah, I've really enjoyed watching him. I think he's been such a breakout star. It being his first tournament, he's still only young, but I feel like he's dominated the midfield. He's been really progressive in his possession. He creates chances, and obviously as a midfielder, you need both sides of the game. And yeah, I really feel like he's been the cog in that team so far, and it's been really good to see. And obviously, I really like seeing people who obviously started off at lower teams and have managed to come through, and obviously is now on the biggest stage, and it's testament to how well he's done over the years.
I also feel like players now, especially like younger players coming through, are playing with no fear. They're playing with such confidence, and I think that's pretty good to see on this stage. What would you say? Do you have young players around you that you've seen, and is that the same story there with them?
Yeah, I mean, I started really young in the England setup, and I think when you first go there, you do have this fearless mentality. You've got no pressure on you whatsoever. No one's seen you. The fans and stuff, they don't know what to expect. And when you just come into the game, you literally, well, what I did is get on the ball and want to make things happen. And I think that's important for young players, and I think we've seen that throughout the tournament. I mean, obviously the name on everyone's lips is still Lamine Yamal, and it feels like he's been around for ages, the amount of people talk about him. But yeah, he's obviously a fantastic player, and I'm sure he'll do good things this tournament.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will too. You mentioned about sort of young players there. You were 19 when you made your first cap for England. What was that like? Talk to me about it.
Yeah, it was a pretty nerve-wracking situation, but I think whenever I put the England shirt on and play for the badge, there's no better feeling than representing your country and doing that. And yeah, the first moment, I didn't expect it to come so soon, and yeah, I was very honoured to get the opportunity, and I didn't expect it at all. I remember the night before the game, I wasn't expecting to play at all. And yeah, when Phil Neville at the time, who was the manager, he brought me on for the final 10-15 minutes. So yeah, I was absolutely buzzing, and I was so excited to put on that England shirt for the first time. And I feel like that's definitely probably still the most special moment I've had an England shirt.
And when you put on the shirt now, do you still get that same feeling, or does it remind you of the first time you ever put on the England shirt?
Yeah, I think every time you put on the England shirt, you represent the badge and you represent the country, and there's no prouder moment than that. You're representing not only you, but your family, your friends, everyone's supporting you back home. And yeah, I mean, every time I put the shirt on, I get a bit nervous, but I feel like excitement always overrides that. And yeah, I played for my country many a times now, but I still get that little bit of nerves, heading into a game. But as soon as I step onto that pitch, they all disappear, and because I feel like like when football's your thing, I feel like that's when I most feel comfortable. And so every time I step on the pitch, I feel then comfortable.
I'm pretty sure it'd be like that for a lot of the England players out there right now. What do you make of the overall performances so far for England?
Yeah, I think the first game in particular, they play really well. I think in the second half especially, they come out with a big intensity and a willingness to want to press higher, win the ball back, and they created so many more chances, and it was a very dominating performance. And I think in terms of the Ghana game, like, credit to Ghana, they obviously had a game plan and they executed that really well, with being the low mid block that they had. I think England maybe struggled a bit to get the ball through, get the ball to Harry Kane. Normally when Harry Kane gets on the ball, things happen and you know he's going to score, and anything good that happens will come through him most likely. So I think for the next game especially, we need to get him on the ball, creating chances and finding different ways to break down teams, because there will be teams like that you come up against that are going to be similar.
We might see a lot of that with teams that aren't looking forward with like the firepower of maybe like an England or a France. They'll sort of sit back, soak up pressure and see what they can get. Do you feel like perhaps maybe Tuchel could have done a little bit more to make the subs earlier like he did in the Croatia game?
I think we've obviously seen that the subs coming on have made a difference. Obviously, Saka providing Rashford in that first game, and they made the difference the other day against Ghana. Obviously, O'Reilly nearly scored as well towards the end, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does tonight, but I'm really excited. And I mean, we might see a couple of changes, but I think it's also important to keep the momentum going, especially going into the latter stages. You want to get a bit of consistency, and yeah, it'll be exciting because I know that England will want to turn around that performance. Obviously, drawing, you want to go on and win a game, especially to give you confidence going into the round of 32.
I know the players seemed a little bit disappointed and they know they could have done more, and I'm sure we will see more of that tonight anyway. Oh. Hold on 1 second, it's that sound again. It's competition time again. I heard that FG's got something in the Lego store for us. Shall we see what it is?
Hello, Manny. Hello, Lauren. As you can see, I'm in the Lego store, and in the build-up for tonight's game, I've got something very special for you all, because one lucky viewer is going to win £500 worth of Lego sets. Yep, £500 worth of Lego sets, including the new Lego football products. To win, you need to be the first person to correctly work out where I'm hiding and come and find me in person. I gave you your first clue because I am in a Lego store, but now here are some more clues for you. I'm in a city that loves football. There's one very famous symbol linked to it, but the store I'm in isn't linked to a famous stadium name. Hopefully that's helped you narrow it down from the 2 Lego stores in the city. And if you think you know it, you've got to be the first person to get to the store and find me. But I need to make sure that you're tuning in to Manny and Lauren's coverage. So I'm going to make up a secret password for you to give me on arrival. Let's go with Harry Kane 81, because that's how many goals he scored for England. Wow. Let's hope that number gets even bigger for tonight. But you've got until 6:45, just before the store closes. So don't leave it too late. But remember, only one person can win. So the first person who comes to me in the right Lego store, the right location, with the password Harry Kane 81 will win the £500 worth of Lego sets, including the new Lego football products. Please make sure you're over the age of 12 if you enter. And if you're under the age of 18, bring a parent or guardian along as well so I can say hello to them too. Right, your time starts now. Good luck. Let's go. Come on, England.
Thanks, FG. So you heard the man. What are you waiting for? Hopefully FG wouldn't have too long to wait, but I'm sure he'll be building his own Lego shirt and it will help keep him entertained. Anyway, let's turn our attention to tonight's game. What are your thoughts? England, Panama, what does that look like?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game. I think we'll see something similar to how Ghana came against England. I think they'll probably be low to mid block, looking for counters, but I think obviously England would have reviewed the final game, and I mean, they've had previous good results against Panama, so it would be exciting to see. And I think, like I said, we get Harry Kane on the ball and make things happen, and I think he'll score us a couple of goals tonight.
Well, actually, the last time England did play Panama, it ended 6-1. and Harry Kane scored a hat-trick in that game. Do you think he can replicate that today?
Yeah, I think he's more than capable of it, and I think he'll be excited for the challenge. Obviously, he'll have confidence in the fact that he's done it before, and yeah, it's exciting. We just need to get the ball to him. We need to create chances, and we need to find ways that we can break down a team like Panama, because it's going to be a tough one, and I think we need to find other ways than just trying to unlock it down the outside, also central overloads, things like that, and being a bit more progressive in our possession. I think sometimes we keep the ball a bit too low, and we don't challenge them enough, so we need to start pulling players out and start moving them more, and we'll start opening up spaces.
Do you think perhaps we'll see a bit of rotation from Tuchel, maybe getting players who are just on the fringes at the moment more minutes, maybe that they can help and do better in the latter rounds?
Yeah, I think it's important to get consistency all over the pitch. Obviously, we've got a lot of depth in this England squad, and anyone who comes out on the pitch is more than likely going to perform well. And obviously, we've got Reece James out of the team tonight, so it'll be interesting to see what he does there. Whether he'll put João Konsa there, move Jed Spence, or I'd like to see Nico Riley playing again, because I do think he brings a lot, especially in attack, not only defence. He's also a very attacking fullback, so it'll be exciting to see, and he nearly scored the other day. So yeah, I think it's important that maybe he does make a couple of changes, freshens up the team, but also keep a bit of consistency that you'll need in the latter rounds.
Imagine my surprise that you mentioned a Man City player there.
Yeah, always.
Do you think England will be able to sort of like be rid of like sort of complacency going into the game? Obviously, previously winning 6-1, that's a massive scoreline. Do you think that'll be playing in their minds, or like as you yourself as a professional going into a game like this where you've beaten a side before, does that stay at the back of your mind, or are you just saying, this is a fresh game, let's go in and get the result?
Yeah, I think it's important that they're not complacent. I mean, every game's different, especially in a tournament. Anything can happen. You've seen strange results in this tournament already, so we need to make sure we're not on the back of one of them. So yeah, it's going to be important, but look, the England players, they're all experienced. They've got enough people in the dressing room who knows what it's like to be on the end of defeats, and they're not going to want to do that. And it's, like I said, it's important that we get that confidence, because in the round of 32, you don't know who you're going to come up against, and it's important that we get some goals and not only have a good result, we have a good performance, because that'll be important tonight.
What's it like a major tournament, like representing your country? You go, it's quite a big squad. Is everybody just ready to play their part? Does everyone kind of know their role? Is everyone expecting to be on the team sheet immediately?
Yeah, I think it's so exciting. I think being part of a team sport is so special. You create friendships and bonds that I feel like you don't create in any other walks of life. Like, you go through the highs, the lows together. You obviously feel the defeats, but you do it as a team, and everyone gets around each other and helps them through those tough moments. And I think the importance is everyone feels valued in that team, and I'm sure they will out there in America. So yeah, it's exciting to see, and it's good that they'll all have each other, but I also think they go into the tournament knowing their roles and how they can best execute that. Whether you think you're going to start most of the games or whether you're going to be on the bench, you know what you can bring to the team and how you can best execute that role that you've got given for the tournament.
So to add to that, like, how important is the vibe in the camp, and how much of a part does that play when it comes to results? Like you said, the highs and the lows. Like, if it's a win and the vibes are high, but what if it's a loss? Like, what is the sort of comeback from that?
I think in tournaments, it's always important to not get too high, but also not get too low, and just have that good middle ground. Because if you don't let yourself get too low, then it becomes like, starts spreading, you know, negative energy spreads, but also positive energy spreads. And as long as that team have got positive energy throughout, then they can go far. In tournaments, no football game is always going to be perfect, and you might have a not as good performance as you'd have hoped, but it's important that whatever the results happen throughout the tournament, that they all stick together and they all stay positive, because you're only around the corner from a great result.
And speaking of results, do you think England will be looking at some of the other teams and their results heading into the latter stages, sort of thinking, oh, who might we play, who might we want to avoid, or do you think they just want to play whoever is in front of them?
Yeah, I think naturally you have maybe thoughts about, oh, who might I get next, but it's also important that as a group they just focus on the game at hand and control the things that they can control, because the rest of it is out of their hands. And yeah, it's exciting to see who they might get in the next round, but it's important that they've got a job to do tonight and to put themselves in the best possible position for whoever they come to play. And yeah, I think all eyes will just be on their game tonight, and then after the game you can then look at who you might come to face or what happens next.
And is there any other player apart from Nico O'Reilly that you'd like to see step into the England lineup today?
You know what, I'd really like to see Saka play as well. I think he's contributed well already in the snippets that he's played. But I think he's had a fantastic season, and I really think he can bring something to this England side. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say Saka and Nico O'Reilly, to be honest, but I think the depth in the squad's massive, and whoever he brings in, I'm sure will put a fantastic performance. But also you've got Morgan Rogers, who has had a great season for Villa. Yeah. Exactly. But when you're trying to fit both Bellingham and Morgan Rogers in, it's like, how can we both fit him in and utilise him in the best way possible? So it's such hard, like, I wouldn't like to be in his position because it's such a hard team to choose.
Well, thankfully it's not our headache. Well, guys, it's time for this week's Lego Brick Build Challenge. I believe that this week I'm in with a shot. For our third and final build challenge, we're going as big as you can. A Lego stadium. Okay, 3 minutes, 1 stadium. Let's do this.
I have not started timing yet.
No, let's go.
Right. Don't steal any of my bricks.
Listen, I have practice in this now, so I think I know what I'm doing by this point. Let's see who can build the better stadium, and make sure you guys in the comments let us know who builds the better stadium. I know it's on my channel. It's okay for you to be biased if you want. I don't mind. Lauren, don't go quiet, because I know that you have a lot of experience with Lego bricks.
I do.
So that is at the back of my mind. So yeah, maybe England are thinking about their opponents, because I'm thinking about my current opponent. And also the 2 losses or so. Actually, no, let's call it 1 loss, because I think there was a dubious bit of play from Harry Pinero. If you're watching this, Harry. I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm doing.
So you basically lost both then?
Technicalities, really. Technicalities. I wouldn't say lost. Lost is a strong word, you know? If there's a draw there, perhaps.
You know what, I normally find building Lego sets very therapeutic, but this one is stressing me out.
This is a bit stressful, because mine's not level right now. And we're running out of time. We've got less than 2 minutes. I'm knocking over players on the pitch as well.
No.
Do you know what? I need to find pieces.
I'm trying to build some layers. But it's proven.
Oh my. I think my hands are shaking. I'm nervous because
you've got a very
another professional athlete. It's because I know you guys are concentrating. This is what Harry Akins did as well. Okay, now we need to start to build upwards. I need to get some tips from my kids of how to build this stuff properly, because they are the real pros.
Are they good at building Lego sets?
Yeah, they're good at building the sets when they're not moving the Lego pieces and misplacing them for me. Oh my gosh.
I'm shaking as well.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It's a bit nerve-wracking, I think, because this could be the final one.
Well, so.
I know, that's how you're a professional athlete, because you're competitive. I've built one side up, and you know what? We're going to call this the lopsided stadium.
I'm losing good Lego bricks.
Here we go. One stand is under construction. We've got just about 40 seconds left.
Not sure what yours is.
If I had a little person, you know what?
There's quite a lot of little people in front of you.
Yeah, he's overseeing it as we're trying to do the rest.
Oh,
my gosh. Do you know what? Here, take a propeller as well. There we go. Do you know, 20 seconds.
I'm trying not to get put off by yours.
Yeah, my guy's just, he's what do you call it when he needs to check the regulations of the stadium. 6, 5, 4.
I'm trying to find a specific bit.
All right, look, floodlight, and we're done. Floodlight. It's not even facing the right way. Oh my goodness. Guys, let us know. Vote in the comments who did a better Lego stadium. I'm pretty sure I know who. I mean, the construction guy, yeah, he's not happy with it and he's walked away. He's walked away. It's not met regulations, unfortunately. So
won't
yeah,
tell
we'll
my
just put you
person
back
down.
there. Yours is pretty good. I mean,
Say I was half a goal as well. I just needed to find the other part that I couldn't.
oh, you were doing a goal as well.
Yeah. Oh.
And this is
yours
how
is
you.
falling
Yeah,
apart
mine's
already.
falling apart because it didn't meet regulations, and that's why. But we've tried our best, guys. I think if you lay it flat, it looks kind of like a stadium. It's a stadium on water. Yeah, it's coming soon. Trust me. Yeah, yours is. And
It's a good effort, if
You
it just
put
kept
your
going.
colours like it's nice and pleasing
It's
on
a
the eye.
very
I'll be honest.
colourful stadium.
Guys, let us know who actually built.
Are you taking the loss already?
Yeah,
It
do
sounds
you know
like.
what? I think if I didn't, I would not be an honest person. I'd be very dishonest. But yeah, speaking of stadiums anyway, what's the best stadium you've ever played in?
I've got to say Wembley.
You got to say Wembley. True, yes.
But I ain't got to, but that is by far the best one that I've ever played in. The atmosphere and it being packed out is when it's at peak. Like, it's incredible. I feel like it doesn't necessarily matter how big the stadium is. If you can fill it, like, the noise is incredible. And I've been lucky enough to have Wembley filled out so many times, especially that Euros final. That was definitely a highlight. And yeah, the noise as players just gives us that extra intensity and extra level to our game. And I know it, like, they are literally a 12th man for us, because especially in the final stages of a game, and when you've not got any energy left, I feel like they're the people that you need to get you through the rest of the game.
And what's that like? Like, when you're playing in a stadium like that, are you like fully aware of everything going on? Like, or do you feel like it's an out of body experience sort of thing?
It's strange, really. Like, when I first walked out at Wembley and I heard the crowd, I couldn't quite believe it. And I scored once at Wembley in an FA Cup final, and like the feeling I got, the crowd literally roared, and I was like,
imagine.
I literally had to pinch myself, because I was like, I can't believe this, like how everyone's like on their feet cheering, and it's for you, and it's quite a surreal moment. But yeah, it's crazy to think. But then when you're playing, it's so hard, because obviously the noise is so loud. You literally can't hear the person who is 5 yards behind you or 5 yards in front of you. And obviously playing a football match is so much communication. It's then like, how am I going to use body language then to communicate well to you?
And honest question, I'm sure the people at home want to know as well. How many times did you watch that goal back?
Quite a few times.
You could go home like, oh,
Yeah.
that goal was kind of
But
nice.
I'm not like massive on my celebrations, only in derbies. But when I scored, I was literally like stood still, because I just couldn't believe it. Yeah, because that was my first time at Wembley as well.
And you talked about the atmosphere. Like, what makes a good stadium? Like, what makes a good atmosphere? Is it like, do you prefer like home fans, away fans? Do you like something to sort of battle against when you go to an away game?
I like a bit of both, to be fair. Obviously, I love playing at home. I love our home fans and how much energy they bring us. But also, I feel like there's nothing better than, say, like a local derby, and you're playing, I don't know, at Old Trafford or something in front of so many United fans. And obviously, when things are going our way, when you hear boos and stuff, like, I feel like that gives you a bit more energy as well. Obviously, it's not nice when you're on the other side of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think even that, like, I don't mind a bit of both, because I just chuckle to myself whenever I hear boos. Like, it doesn't affect me. And I think it's the same with the other girls. Like, we're used to it now. Like, it's just funny.
Have you had any key moments in like a rival game where you've done something and the fans have reacted, but you know, yeah, I've scored a goal, or I've done something to rile them up maybe?
I feel like normally I'm quite subtle, especially like off the pitch. Like, I'm quite reserved. But I feel like on the pitch, like, I show my character. Like, I feel like I come alive. And I scored once in the Manchester derby, and it was actually at Old Trafford, and that was the first time I ever celebrated like proper. I did a knee slide in front of all the United fans. And
Oh, that sounds good.
yeah, I felt cool. But like, that was one of the first time, and I was like, yeah, you have them boos and take that goal with you.
Outside of Wembley, is there another stadium that you go, oh, that's a lovely stadium to play in?
I mean, obviously the Etihad. I love playing at the Etihad. I think there's quite a few stadiums. There's some that I haven't ticked off yet, which I'd like to. Nou Camp being one of them, when that's fully done. And I mean, I've played Barcelona a couple of times, but I've not yet managed to tick off that stadium. So hopefully at some point in the future, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Well, Anyway, we are about to get into a good old-fashioned debate. And remember to get involved in the chat. The topic, who's the most skillful player at this FIFA World Cup? Who do you think, Lauren?
Oh, I feel like that's such a hard question.
It is a hard
There's a few, to be fair. Obviously, you've got Turkey.
Ooh, yeah.
Who's a good shout. Yeah, one of my favourites. Yamal.
Yamal, yes.
Musiala.
Musiala. Hey, you're reeling them off. I actually am forgetting.
Dembele. Messi.
Elise.
Yeah, Elise. It's one of your favourites, isn't he?
Yeah, it's one of my favourites right now.
It's such a hard question, though.
I do think he is.
I think Elise, though, I feel like he's so quick that he doesn't even have to use many skills, even though he does.
He's
but
gliding.
Yeah, he glides. Yeah, and I suppose that is a skill in itself as well. It's so hard. It's such a.
It is a hard question, but I've got another question for you. What is it about skillful players that people love so much? Like, why do people get drawn to that side of the game?
I think it just gets you on the edge of your seat. Like, the energy when forward players get the ball and the crowd just like rises and just starts like cheering or chanting, like the energy that gives players in forward positions, it's just the creativity, and fans love seeing old school run at players, make things happen, take the game by the scruff of the neck and go and do something that helps the team. And like fans love that they don't necessarily sometimes like all the other stuff, nitty-gritty bits of the game,
like,
and it's sometimes just running with the ball, doing a few skills and scoring goals.
Would you say that's like your style of play, like you want to entertain as much as you want to win a game?
Yeah, I think I'm like kind of like an old school winger where a lot of the time I just use my speed to get past people. So I'm not necessarily the most skillful player or the most technical, but I feel like I've got good speed, agility, and I put in a good cross, so and I've got a good strikers that can get on the end of them.
I mean, I do know that one from experience on video games. You do put in some very good crosses against me, and I haven't always ended up on the right side of it. Let's just put it that way. For me personally, I love that side of the game. Skills, I mean, I've spoken to Eden Hazard, I'm just going to drop that one there, and he said, I like to get the fans off their seat, and I feel like that is the best side of football, when you are exciting people, because that's part of like what professionals do. You do things that us regular guys can't do, really. So I think that's the best side of football, and I'm excited. This World Cup, we've seen quite a bit of it. We've seen Vinny as well, really going for it, and he's exciting the fans, scored some nice goals as well. So all I have to say is I want to see more and more and more. But one last question anyway, do you think flair and technique like has a big role in the modern game, or do you think less so?
Yeah, I think obviously teams are getting better and the game's growing massively, and a lot of it is on tactics, and because of how good the players are, it's so hard to break down teams when both teams have got fantastic players. So a lot of emphasis is on the tactical side, but I think it's important as players, people don't lose that flair, use that skill, because sometimes it takes an individual to change a game, and I think sometimes that's what you need, and that bit of creativity that unlocks the defence, especially in games like the Ghana game the other day, just needs someone to grab the game and go and make something happen, and that's maybe what we might need tonight as well.
We hopefully will see that tonight. We've also touched on like the attacking players, but what about like midfielders, defenders that are a bit exciting, like maybe Pedri, Nuno Mendes, if you're Portuguese, sorry Portuguese people, forgive me. Yeah, what about players like that? Do you think that's even showing like in their positions and attacking sides of the game, or a level of technique and flair in the same way? Yeah,
I mean, Mendes is a top player, and I mean, sneak peek, he's in my team of the tournament, but he's like a fantastic player and he's done well. He's a very attacking fullback, and technically he's really good, and yeah, I think he's been dominating the defence, and also Bellingham's been doing really well. I know he's a forward player, but he's a very skillful player as well. So there's many players in the tournament this year that are very skillful in their own right.
I love the skills, man. Like I said, we need to see more. But we've been talking about techers. Let's put that to the test. We've been talking about skills, but we can't not test your skills, Lauren. I'm hoping you can teach me a thing or two. So let's get this table out the way. and test your skills.
Okay, let's do it.
Thank you, guys. Let's get these Lego bricks out of the way. I don't think I want to see these right now because I can't take another loss. Okay.
Might take one here.
Might take one. Okay, we've not got enough room for that, Lauren, so please don't try and embarrass me. But say, for example, you're going into a little 1v1 and you're just trying to suss out your opponent. If I'm coming at you really quickly there, do you just shift or do you like drop a skill? And if you were to drop a skill, efficient, what are we going for?
Well, I think the thing is when you're taking a player on, I think sometimes I like to just drop the shoulder and, you know, they're flying one way and you can go the other. I think the important thing is to be agile, but I think say if you're coming to the ball and trying to get past me, I could maybe do a step over, take it one way, and that drags you out.
So that's more than just a body feint, it's throwing the leg over and then...
So literally, go like that, it moves you, and then you literally just take the touch the other way.
Okay, perfect.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Okay, let's see, which one will I exit with? Okay,
which way you
go
going?
like this. Okay, we'll go like this.
All right, so
this way.
Oh,
nice. See you later.
And then maybe you might add another one and then I'm off
another
that
step
side.
over. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm getting on a little bit, so I don't know if just the one for me personally. Okay.
But I feel like that's probably like one of the go-tos.
It's the go-tos, but I like efficiency sometimes. Yes, we talked about flair, but efficiency is good. Okay, so do you want to see my skill? What I would go for? Yeah, just nice and simple. Here we go. We go little side to side. So
nice.
Because that's for a defender rushing in really quickly, and in my amateur ways, you see,
It's a shame we ain't got a bit more.
Yeah, if I had more room, then you know, cameramen, anybody, we're dribbling past them. But yeah, say if a defender was like behind you, are you like? What's your first touch like? What are you looking to do? Are you trying to maybe find a way to turn and face them up? Or like, what would you do?
Yeah, I think my first thought when I get the ball is how can I get my face to goal?
Yeah.
And I think if there's especially a defender coming up against me, it's important that you obviously check your shoulders both ways.
Yeah.
Keep looking. You can't look too much. Like, you just got to keep checking. And as soon as I receive the ball, I try and turn and face them. Yeah. Because then it's like they're sort of square onto you and you can do anything. But as soon as you're facing your own goal, that's what they want. They're happy when you're facing that way. And it's like they want to put a bit of pressure on you, so you want to try and get away from them as best that you can, so that then you're in control. Whereas if you've got your back face to your own goal, then they're in control.
And then let's say, for example, it's 1v1. Would you prefer for defenders rushing at you so you can do instinctive sort of dribbling, or do you prefer to have time? Personally, for me, I don't like to have time. I like to be instinctive because it feels easier to get past. But what's that like for you?
I think for me, I like running at players a bit slower.
Yeah, so you do the like little tap,
and then they come to me a bit slower, and I'm like, boom.
Explosive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, quick. Yeah.
Okay, let's give that one go. Let's we'll step in slightly. Okay.
Okay. We're gonna real slow motion.
Go.
And then.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Straight out.
Yeah. I think we'll be done.
I feel like as a wide player, you want so much space, and the best thing is driving into that. And I feel like that's how best to do that, because you draw the defender out and then you run into so much space, and then fingers crossed you're quicker than them.
Whipping that cross.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, I've seen it in video games, so I don't see it anymore. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Lauren. Let's get this table back in. Thank you very much. Thank you. Little masterclass there with Lauren Hemp. Okay, I'm going to use that one. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Now we've got to the formation board in front of us. I want to know your dream lineup of the tournament. Lauren, where do we go? You've mentioned a few players. I'm expecting to see them on this pitch right now. Yeah, don't show that off yet. Yeah, I can go.
Show the winning one in.
Sorry. Sometimes I do get competitive too. Okay, so show me, start with your goalkeeper.
Okay, so in goal, I'm putting Vecina.
Okay.
Cape Verde goalie. Managed to take him through to the last 32. That's not been done for them. And he's obviously kept the clean sheet against Spain, made so many saves for them. So. Okay,
Vecina.
Who are you going for? Or
do you know what? Personally, I might go for Room.
Oh, really?
Curaçao goalkeeper.
That's a good shout, to be fair.
Record now in World Cup saves. I think it was Ecuador that were battering that goal, and he was there. He didn't make any room. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's move. Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. I had to do it. It was there for me. Okay, like right back. What are you thinking?
Kimmich, I think.
Kimmich?
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
From Germany. And I did say about Mendes, I think they're both very good attacking fullbacks, and I like attacking fullbacks. I like people who overlap me as well. So
yeah, basically she's saying she likes when the fullback does the work and the extra running, so she can kind
of. And they move the defender, and I just go the other way.
Yes, you can go and shoot.
And they're fuming that they've not got the ball after running.
Not got the pass on the overlap.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a good shout. Kimmich, and you said you've gone with Nuno. Okay, centre backs, talk to me.
You know what? I'm going for Van Dijk.
Oh, great shout, great shout. Don't know why, great shout.
And Saliba.
Okay, very, very good. Van Dijk, Saliba.
I think that'd be a good pairing, you know.
Yeah, let's hope that we don't see that anytime soon, really. But yeah, no, very good shouts as well. Van Dijk, composure, Saliba again. Yeah, leadership.
Both of them.
I'm pretty sure their teams will do well in this tournament anyway, but that's a solid back line.
Yeah.
I've gone for room. To be fair, I'll keep my back line pretty much the same as yours. I'm happy with that.
You're copying me.
I am copying you, and I'm not ashamed of it. And sometimes you just need to be honest in this life. Okay, midfield.
Okay, defensively, I'm going for Elliot Anderson.
Elliot Anderson has been superb.
I can't say enough good words about him, but really rate him as a player. Defensively strong and creates chances and makes things happen on the ball, and yeah, he's really forward thinking and always wants to get the ball forward. So yeah, I rate him, and his work rate is unbelievable. I take work rate over everything in the game. As long as you work hard, I'm happy to have you on my team.
Wow, proper team player, I like that. I would go for Elliot Anderson. I'd also get Pedri in there.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Pedri, phenomenal player. Reads the game, plays it at his own pace. It's almost like a Busquets/Iniesta regen. And that's Pedri, if you ever see this, mate, well done. Unreal. Not that you care for my opinion anyway. But would your midfielder would be Pedri maybe as well?
Yeah, maybe.
Or Vitinha?
Maybe as well. You know what, I'm kind of struggling going a bit more forwards because there's been so many good forwards. But I'll stick with Pedri then, same as you. But you know what, I actually watched Bruno play the other day, and he was class. He's so good.
Yeah,
but
he was.
Anyway.
He was. Sorry, sometimes, I mean, with the Harrys on here, I've had a hard time admitting to Manchester United players being great. But yeah, anyway, in the 10, I think I know who that might be.
Go on.
Might be Lionel Messi, a certain guy that might have scored 5 goals.
Yeah. I rate Messi. I'm going to put him there as well. He's obviously had a fantastic start, and I mean, he's obviously scored all of Argentina's goals.
All of them, by the way. Is anyone else there? I'm joking.
He's done so well for them, and yeah, I mean, obviously they won it last time, so it'll be interesting to see how far they go, but anything good will come through on my Messi. Probably.
Okay, and now we go on to the forwards. I think I'm going to go Elise. I know I have talked about him a bit, but I'm going to go for Elise. I think in a stage where people have been like, oh, the game's dying out, or people don't play with flair or with confidence, he just oozes it. And you know, he's the only player in world football that can stick it top bins and not celebrate. So Elise is my right winger. Who are you going for?
I rate Elise. I think he's doing really well, to be honest. So you know what, I'm going to go with the same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. You've got great taste in football players, to be honest. Left side.
Vinny Jr.
Vinny Jr. Yeah, I'm going to copy you again. Vinny Jr. is on 4 goals.
Yeah.
And to be honest, he's been superb. I know sometimes he has his critics about the way he plays or whatever, but he has been a standout, and he is carrying that Brazil team forward. So yeah, I think those are pretty stable. We've got honourable mentions, I'm pretty sure, maybe. Could you put a Dembele and just put him out wide?
Yeah, this is what I was struggling with, especially after his performance yesterday.
Yes.
Like, we've only got one position left, and you've got Dembele, Mbappe. Obviously, Haaland's had a good run as well.
Do you want to put Harry Kane in there? Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure there'll be a few goals tonight. But only one player can take this spot, so who is it?
I know what you'd think. I bet you'd go for Mbappe.
I might just go for Mbappe. I think he got a couple of assists yesterday as well, so I'm going to go for Mbappe. What about you?
Well, I want to go for Mbappe, but then we've got basically exactly the same team.
We've got exactly the same team. Okay, let's see what the chat are saying. Someone said Ronaldo, Messi, and Neymar. So far this tournament, I feel like Messi's the main one. Ronaldo's obviously stepped up.
Yeah.
Okay, Ronaldo. How can we not mention Ronaldo?
Neymar
Right.
done well in the bit that he came on, but we've not seen enough of him, and there's too many people who've contributed so much, I feel like.
Oh, okay. I mean, to be fair, someone's given a mention to Lauren James.
Yeah.
Someone said Lauren James in there as well. Good player.
He's a great player, but we're doing the men's.
Yeah. We are at the moment. I mean, someone said prime Neymar. Prime Neymar.
I agree, prime Neymar, but at the moment in this tournament, I think Mbappe next.
Mbappe takes it. Okay, and I think that's a fair statement, to be honest. Well, you guys keep letting us know what you think in the comments, but we are nearly there. Final score predictions from you. Your winner of the tournament, get them in the comments now. Now, Lauren, as a Lioness, what do you want to see from the men's team tonight?
I think intensity, bit of aggression as well.
Work rate. I know you like work rate.
Work rate, yeah. Obviously, we've seen them have really good second halves. I want to see that from the start, and I think they're capable of doing that. And obviously, a couple of early goals would be really nice.
I love a
couple
of early goals in the first half, because I hate sitting on edge for the first half of a football game.
Exactly.
It worries me for the second half, and I feel like that then just goes into the players in terms of their mentality as well. But I'm pretty sure England will be able to get a result if they can rid themselves of complacency. So do you think that maybe the starting lineup will change to try and get those early goals?
I think there might be a couple of changes, but like I said earlier, it's important that they keep a bit of consistency. But they're going to need the whole team, whether they come in today, the next round, or they've already played a part in it, and they're going to need that depth within the squad, and so that'll be important. Obviously, having Reece James out, or it'll be interesting to see who goes there. Maybe a couple of changes further up into the forwards, but we'll see. It'll be exciting.
It will be exciting. I reckon maybe like a Rashford on the left. I do like Gordon, and I think Gordon has a lot of energy, but I feel like Rashford might be a little bit more direct with trying to get shots off on goal, because I feel like he's been trained in that way to sort of like do maybe like one little movement or so, just kind of like yourself when you said, I'll draw them in, step past them and try and get a shot off.
And he's proven that already in the first game when he came on.
And some people have been arguing that maybe he might be better to come off the bench. But I think in a game like this against Panama, potentially we could kind of see if Rashford starts what that could bring to the team. Anyone else that you might want to see on the pitch? I know you mentioned Morgan Rogers earlier.
Yeah, obviously Saka, Nico O'Reilly. They're probably the top players for me. Don't get me wrong, I think England done really well against Croatia, and obviously the Ghana result didn't necessarily go their way, but I know they're going to turn around and be able to review and look back and recover in the way necessary to make sure that they have a good performance tonight. And
do you think they'll need to do a lot of things differently in case Panama come out with that sort of low to mid block, players behind the ball? Do you think maybe that they'll try and make changes quicker, or do you think they'll have a different game plan rather than just trying to utilise the wings like you said before? Yeah,
I think that I've looked at the previous game and thought, how can we break down a low to mid block? Wouldn't be surprised if they've trained a bit of that already, looking ahead to that game. It's important that we stop Panama's counter-attacks. Obviously, we want to keep a clean sheet, and that's important for the lads just as much as it is scoring up the other end. So, yeah, it'll be good to see what they do and if anything changes, and I'd like to see them move the ball quicker around just to create spaces and open up different pockets.
And for you as a Lioness, like when you've had a game like the game against Ghana where you've had a draw or a result that you didn't quite expect, how, like, does the coach go back to the drawing board and like alter things around? Do you think that's maybe what Tuchel would have done?
I think in tournaments, things like that's always going to happen. You won't get a result that you necessarily want. We lost our first game in the Euros and we went on to win the tournament. So it's important that they do reflect on the match and they do recover in the right way and prepare the best that they can, because anything can happen. And like I said, you're only a little way away from a good result and a good performance, and things can change like that, and anything can happen in the tournament. We've seen that already. So yeah, it's important that they change their focus quickly to the next game in hand.
And the mentality going into a tournament, is it like a game-by-game basis, or is there still like a bigger vision to like the end goal, which is obviously ultimately lifting the World Cup trophy?
Yeah, I think that I mentioned it before the tournament happens, but I think as soon as the tournament starts and you're in it and you're in the first game, it's like take it game by game, day by day, how you can make yourself better going into the next game, how you can fuel yourself right, recover right, and being able to give your best self in the following day. And I think they'll just be looking at the game ahead. I don't think they'll be looking at who they're going to get in the next round or anything further than that at the moment. They'd have all spoken about their vision and what they want to get from the tournament, but I think that would have been done previously, and maybe before they'd have obviously started going out to America.
And you mentioned recovery there. How difficult is it to recover in just a matter of days in such an intense tournament, under different conditions as well?
Yeah, it'll be hard for them. Obviously, they've had so much experience in the league and the cup competitions. They've got games every 3 to 4 days, so they'll be used to that, and they'll know what works best for them. A lot of them players have been playing for years, and they've got so much experience at major tournaments, so they'll know what suits them best. They'll find their own ways to recover and the things that help them wind down, whether that be building Lego sets. We had some of them at our camp that we used to work on, which was fun. And
that's where you spent most of your time when you weren't training.
Yeah, got everyone together, and yeah, it was fun, and they'll find their own way of switching off and making sure that they're in the best position to fight in the next game.
So going forward, like to this game tonight, do you think maybe we're looking at quite a few goals, couple for Harry Kane, maybe Jude on the score sheet? What's your actual score prediction? We're going to hold you to this, by the way.
Okay. I think I'll go for 3-0.
3-0?
Yeah.
I mean, last time it was a 6-1 in 2018.
It was, yeah. So I'm hoping for a clean sheet this time round.
So no more than 3?
Well, I'd love there to be more than 3, but we're going... I think it'll be 3-0 tonight.
I want to see Harry Kane in the race for that golden boot, and maybe a few other players.
Hopefully a Harry Kane hat-trick then.
Hopefully. Guys, let's see what you've got in the comments. Let's see. 3-0 England, 4-0 England, 10-0 England.
We'll take that.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Rashford, Kane and Bellingham. 5-0 England. 3-0 England. And someone just said, I just want to see Dean Henderson in goal tonight. Well, let's hope we can give you what you need. But hang on, competition. Another message coming through from FG. We have a competition update, and I've just heard that we have a winner. A lucky someone has found FG in the Lego store in Arndale. Oh, there we go. Well done, Jensen and his guardian Charlie. Enjoy your prize. And if you couldn't make it down in time, don't worry. There's lots of fun football-themed activities and freebies going on in all Lego stores until the end of July. Lauren, the same question for you that I've asked all the guests so far. Is it coming home?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Come on, England.
Absolutely. I didn't expect anything less. But yeah, that is a wrap on the build-up. 3 episodes, 3 incredible guests, 3 Lego builds, and 1 tournament that is only just getting started. Thank you to Harry Akins for kicking us off, Harry Pinero for episode 2, and Lauren Hemp for finishing us off in style tonight. Lauren, it's been amazing to have you. Thank you so much. And guys, to you, I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching. I hope you've enjoyed taking part in the comments across all 3 shows. You've made it really special. Enjoy tonight's game. Come on, England.